Listen to us live on Facebook and click listen live, and you're tuned in.
So let's go straight and just ask you to give us a bit of a background of who you are, and just so that we can have you relaxing a bit, and yes, to set the tone for us.
All right.
Yes.
Matome Matswi is my name, also known as Matswi.
Matswi, yes.
I'm a 31-year-old nice guy from Seychelles.
Come on.
A nice guy.
Key pointers. I wrote it down. Yes?
Yeah, from Seychelles Zone 4.
Good teaching.
Yeah. Went to Mashupetladi Primary. Then from there, matriculated in Imagado. Yeah, from there, took a gap year in 2010. Then 2011, went to Boston Business College. I studied IT in the networking and networking field.
Okay.
So completed my course in 2013, just before the end of the year. Then 2014, decided to study something else because I wasn't getting any job in the IT field.
Oh.
So, but fortunately, my parents were still able to pay for me.
Sure.
Should I go back to school? Then I decided to study electrical engineering at Zurel Bros.
Okay.
Around Ladana. It's in Ladana, Polokwane. So, started with my N1 to N4, qualified for trade test. As I speak, I call myself Mr. Self-Taught Welder because that's who I am. But by trade, I'm a qualified electrician.
You're a qualified electrician.
Yes.
Have you never been shocked as you were teaching yourself? I'm sorry, guys. I'm surrounded by gentlemen, and some of my questions are going to be bizarre to them. But to me, it's normal. Have you never been shocked by any of the electricity as you were trying to teach?
I have a few times. But fortunately, it was a low voltage.
Okay.
One which is not really dangerous to an adult. But to a baby, yes, it might be life-threatening.
Oh.
So, but yeah, as an adult, a few times here and there. But yeah, nothing serious.
Okay. So what's a not so dangerous voltage for us adults?
I would say it's not necessarily not dangerous.
Okay.
It is, but especially when water is involved. Because water provokes electricity. Like
Sure.
it provokes it more. When you get shocked when dry, it's better than getting shocked while wet. Yeah. So it's just a shock of a touch, You touch, you get shocked, then you quickly release.
Oh, and like
That's why it's. I don't want to use the word safe because it's not safe.
It's not.
It's dangerous. But you can survive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Survivable. Disclaimer, he's not saying go touch electrical appliances and say whatever. Don't implicate him.
Yes.
When do you start with your braai stands?
Formally, the company was registered in 2020, but I started building braai stands from 2017.
2017.
Yes, that was after I got my trade test. I was still looking for a job, And that time my brother was doing a welding apprentice.
Yeah.
So he bought himself with the stipend money that he was getting while in training. So as he was busy practicing, doing some welding there with his machine, I just thought, my brother has a machine. Why can't I use it as well? So started using the machine with him, and then we had an old geyser in my parents' backyard at that time.
Yeah.
So I don't know how, but somehow an idea came into my mind. the idea of building a braai stand using that old geyser. Then I proposed the idea to my brother and said, "Wara, RGF braai geyser shi, I'll build braai stands."
Yeah.
I said, "Okay, let's try and see." Then we came with a very beautiful, classy braai stand.
Kana ba di bone? You have them displayed on your social media, ne?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And how did your parents? Parents can be very. I don't know. Okay, guys, my parents, ne? There are some things in the backyard you just can't touch them, even when they are no longer using them. So when you went for that old geyser in the backyard, how did they respond to that? What was their concern?
I think your parents are like my parents in a way.
Okay.
We do have a bunch of stuff in the backyard. Some are even more than 20 years old.
Sure.
You are not allowed to touch them. You are not allowed to throw them away.
And they stay in the
But
same
till
position.
today, they've never been used. But that geyser, it was an old geyser which was recently replaced with a new one.
Okay.
So, in fact, I asked for their permission.
Oh,
Yes.
you didn't just go for it.
No, I knew that I'm not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
I need to ask for permission because, especially my father, he's a collector.
Not a holder. A collecting what exactly?
Anything he see useful, except he doesn't use them.
They are useful for the future. And
Yeah.
the future never gets there, Are you like him?
No way. I'm not like him. Because I only collect something when I know for sure that I'm gonna use. So I hope he's not listening to this.
Oh, don't worry. If he has more questions, I can answer on your behalf regarding this one.
Yeah.
Regarding this one. Okay.
So, as for the permission was granted, then we built a braai stand. Came up with something beautiful. So, it was so beautiful that my parents were the first customer.
Okay.
They bought the braai stand.
Their own breast stand.
I'm surprised. This guy.
They bought their own geyser.
Yeah.
But now serving a different purpose. Yeah. And then from the way that the braai stand was, then I thought, okay, this thing is very nice. It's very classy. Maybe I should start collecting geysers around my neighborhood, start building braai stands and selling them.
Yeah, sure.
That's how the business came about.
All right. Do you have a question?
Yes. You keep on saying these braai stands are nice. If I may ask, what are the specialist thing that you added on the braai stand for them to be that special?
The number one main thing, I specialize in geyser braai stands. Meaning every braai stand from Matswi braai stands, you just know, before seeing the braai stand, just know that it was made from an old geyser. That's number one. Why is it special, an old geyser special? Because a geyser is strong. Remember, a geyser is manufactured to withstand a lot of heat. Because it's for water that's constantly boiling in the cylinder. So it's designed to withstand a lot of heat. Hence it is strong to use as a braai stand. So the second thing is the theme. My braai stands are themed with different colors. Something that you can only find in Matswi braai stands across all over South Africa.
Okay.
I bet even now you cannot go to any store, look for the best braai stands, or at least what people refer to as the best braai stands. Look at that braai stand, then come back and look at Matswi braai stands product and tell me.
What do you see?
That's why I'm describing my products as classy. Yeah.
Who does the painting for you? Because this is a very nice finish. By the way, Master, take a look.
Okay.
Yeah.
I does everything. I do everything myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have people that assist you?
I do. I have 2 people.
Are they employed or are they just there to assist?
They are there to assist part-time.
Okay.
But I do pay them whenever they worked.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the challenges. I don't know if we were gonna come to that part.
Yeah. No. The issue of challenges. Yes, we were going to come to it, but we can just go into it. It's fine. And remember, this is a conversation.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Reason why they are not full-time employees is because as classy as my products look, I still don't have the capacity
Oh, sure.
to produce on a high scale. That's why not even one retail store around Polokwane at least has my products. It's not like they don't want my products or I don't want to take my products to them. But if I'm going to go there and pitch, I need to make sure that when they say, Matome, please deliver us 100 next week, then I need to make sure that I will produce those 100 and deliver next week.
So far, what's your capacity?
My capacity, I can make the biggest one. I can make 5 in a week. And then in a month, I can make, depending on whether it's selling or not. Okay, provided it's selling,
Yes.
I can make 20 in a month.
Yeah.
And then the other ones which are small, I can make more, twice that number, if not triple, provided everything is there.
Sure.
Because right now with the low capacity, I produce then sell. If I don't sell, then I can't produce more because I need to sell and reinvest the money back. So buying more material than producing more.
Yeah.
It's a chain.
Sure.
As much as I may have, let's say, 10 braai stands, as long as I'm not selling, then I'm not producing. For me to produce is because somebody bought another braai stand. So I reinvest, then produce another one to replace the sold one.
Ah.
Oh, okay. You said all your braai stands are a geyser, or they come from a geyser. Let's say you didn't find a geyser, an old geyser. Someone wants a braai stand. What happens?
Fortunately, because everyone knows Matswi braai stands to be using old geysers to build braai stands. Sometimes I get people saying, I want a braai stand, but I have an old geyser, you can use mine. So that way it eases some bit of struggle for me to go out there and look for an old geyser.
Sure.
But then another fortunate thing is that I'm now working with a few plumbing contractors. So every time I'm running out of geysers, I'm just call them one by one, asking them, hey, how many do you have there? One would say I've got 3, the other one would say I've got 5, then I'll go and collect, then I've got 8.
Sure. So you have your stock of geysers, and then, but also it's an option that if someone has an old geyser in their house and say, can you turn this? It's another stream of income as well.
Yeah.
But is it not? How do I put this? Do you not charge lower on that one then?
Of course, there is a discount, but it's not much because I buy my geysers from plumbers for 100 rand each, no matter the size.
Okay.
So if you come to me and say, I want a braai stand, but I have my own geyser, I'm gonna charge you. I'm gonna give you 100 rand discount for your own geyser because that's the amount that I'm buying my geysers, and then another 100 for the fact that you are buying a braai stand from Matswi braai stands. So if you have your own geyser, you can have a discount of 200 or more, depending on the one that you want. Because if you're gonna buy my smoker, which costs 5,000, with your own geyser, then I have to be a little bit more generous. So I wouldn't say, 5,000 minus 200.
It's
It's
4.8.
like reducing 1 liter of water from the ocean
How much are your geezer? Braai stands.
Right now, I've introduced mini braaiers. I call them mini braaiers.
Okay.
They are small, like 30 centimeter length and about 25 the breadth. Those ones, they are not made from geysers, but what do they call? Refrigerator gas cylinder.
Oh yes.
But that is just something special.
Okay.
It's not the main product. The reason why I went for that is because I get a lot of people asking me, don't you have something small? And I just decided, okay, a geyser is big. So for me to at least give those people what they want, I should find something small.
Yeah.
So that's how I designed the smaller one, the mini braai from the refrigerator gas cylinder.
Sure.
I want us to go back a little bit, background check, because everything has its own route. The time you were growing up, were around the road, or it just came up when you were the 20 what?
No, I was not playing with rods.
Okay.
I was just playing like a normal boy child, driving bricks, boys' toys, cars, soldiers, and stuff. So this thing started recently. I don't know. The person that I should thank a lot for is my older brother, because if he hadn't bought himself that welding machine, I wouldn't know if I have the skill for that.
Yeah.
And it came natural because I'm a self-taught welder. Nobody taught me.
Man.
Even when I was using my brother's machine, he was still learning himself. So we were just learning.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's something that happened recently in 2017. So
You gave yourself time.
remember when we were kids, when we see a welder, when we were kids, I don't know who brainwashed us, but when we were kids, every time we see a welder, we were seeing them as someone who didn't go to school.
Sure.
Those were the careers that in our minds as children we thought they were for people who didn't go to school.
Yeah.
Like carpenters, plumbers, bricklayers, only to find that those are trades. They are skilled trades. You qualify for that and you can make millions of money with those careers. But provided you run your own business, because that's the only way to make millions.
But what's the largest money you've made of this business?
I wanted to ask that question.
That is in terms of a short period of time, right?
Yes.
It was 2020 December.
Yeah.
I made about 15,000.
Sure.
And December only.
Yeah, December.
But I can agree,
Jeez.
because December is family time.
Of course.
We want to braai.
Yeah. So maybe this is why even when you know you're not making sales, you just go, no, there'll be a season for it. Don't you?
Yeah, of course. My products are seasonal, but the way I'm building them, I want to turn them into a lifestyle. I don't want them to sell a lot only in December. I want them to sell throughout the whole year.
Sure.
You know, I'm slowly turning a braai stand into what would be considered as a furniture, if I may say so.
Okay.
Some other guy saw my braai stand, they call his friends and come look. That one a braai stand, their furniture. The reason why you refer
Collection.
to braai stand, their furniture is because it had some timber shelf.
Okay.
So when it was very well finished. So it looked like a furniture value. That's why I referred to it as a furniture.
So these are customizable. So you can customize as per customer's request.
Yes.
But the ones that you do just on your own, just in your spare time, just so that you can have stock, do you also sometimes add finishing touches there to make them, enticing?
Always.
All the time?
Always.
How much are we looking at when we talking about just, let's say, an average braai stand? How much?
Average braai stands cost from 1.3 to 1.5.
So the lowest would be between 1,300 and 1,500.
Yeah.
Aren't there people who say, Marawatura?
Of course there are.
Yeah, it's black. I mean,
Yeah.
of course.
Black entrepreneur. Of course, there are some people who say Riatura, but that's everywhere.
Okay.
That's everywhere. And whenever I try to explain, especially with people coming to me with their own geysers,
Oh,
when
yes.
you give them the price, they thought an old geyser would be worth 500, 700. Then I always tell them, you know what? But politely, not in a rude manner.
Sure.
I just tell them, you know what? If you think I'm being too expensive, I have an idea. How about you take your geyser to the local scrap metal, the Kadishe, and see how much you'll get. Then whatever amount that you get,
Come back here.
if it's not equal to the price, then you can add the remaining balance, then buy the price then.
You're not my target market.
In short, master.
Not my target market.
But he has to find a way to, put it in such a way that this person will go home and say, you know what? In fact, I am not the target market there.
Yeah.
You make your own conclusion.
I want them to realize that themselves.
Yeah.
Because if you just say to someone, you're not my target market, it's a bit rude.
Yeah, sure.
It's true, but it's not a nice way of putting it.
Uh-huh.
And some even say, I want this price then, but I'll buy my own material. Then I'll tell them that's not how I operate. I'm a manufacturer and I also sell. You can't go to a big store. I don't want to mention any names.
Sure.
You can't go to a store and say, I want a fireplace, but I'll buy my own material.
It never happens.
I'm a shop at the same time.
Yeah.
What you find in my store is what you're gonna buy. So you can't tell me you'll buy your own material. That's not how I operate.
Sure.
Rather find another welder who will do that. I'll gladly show them my picture, then they will copy it. It's fine. But I won't personally teach them how to do that because that's intellectual property.
Yeah. Must.
Yeah, you did mention that when growing up, we as black people, we had the syndrome of seeing welders as people who didn't pass grade 12.
Yeah.
How do you keep yourself positive to avoid those negativities thought that people think of you guys? Although you can keep on telling everyone, I have made, I have graduated from this and that. How do you keep yourself positive?
I want to bet that he checks his account balance. But let's hear it from the horse's mouth.
Besides checking my balance,
Yeah.
it's quite evident, especially in our country at this point in time.
Yeah.
Those jobs that we used to undermine as children, thinking that they are for people who didn't go to school, are the jobs that everybody now wants.
Sure.
Those are
In demand.
hand skill jobs.
Yeah.
Those are the jobs that are in demand. That is why these days we have ladies who are qualified boiler makers.
Yeah.
Because they realize that the only way to have to stand a good chance of getting a job is a trade course. Yeah, something that you can work with your hands. So it's very evident. I don't have to do much to prove to people that you know what, those jobs we used to undermine are now the thing right now. So it's very evident.
And you come from Zone 4.
Yeah.
And coming from Seshego myself, parents from Seshego Zone 4 are like a generation of overachievers. And nangwanaka. Then there's Matome. Here's how much I'm charging you for that thing.
Yeah.
How do your parents receive all of this? Yeah.
Fortunately,
Yes.
both my parents,
Yes.
are very open-minded people.
Okay.
And they are also good with their hands.
Oh.
Yes, my mother is a seamstress, so my father also works in his spare time. They are not lazy people.
Okay.
So we are hard workers in my family.
Sure.
So they don't care what other people think. In fact, most of the parents in my neighborhood, those whom their children went to universities and stuff, they are acknowledging the fact that I'm doing something for myself because a lot of their children are struggling to get jobs.
Just
with the
normal.
qualification, the degrees that they have. So at least I'm able to do something for myself.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Many businesses, when growing up, there were tech shops, which are no longer there anymore. How are you planning to have your business running, even when you are not here anymore? I mean, in this world.
Firstly, I need to delegate. That's the first step.
Yeah.
Whether I like it or not, if I don't delegate, the company won't grow. There won't be any employment opportunities. So for me to do that, I need to delegate. I need to delegate and collaborate. And if things go well, maybe we'll have a few shareholders, just to make sure that the business will run, even when I'm not there.
Sure.
That's the only way.
Are you selling shares Nyana currently?
No.
I would want to buy shares into your
course.
company.
Who
I would
will
want to buy those shares. Listen, I would want to invest in this model. Are you training then the ones that you are assisting you currently? Are you training them? You're speaking of delegation. Are you training them in learning some of the skills that they can do while you are doing maybe the main thing?
Yes, I did train them. Now they know everything. Whatever I can do, they can also do. But obviously, I do it best.
Sure. Know your worth.
It has to be clear that one.
From chairperson of Know Your Worth Men's Association.
When you train someone, something like this, you don't give them 100% of everything that you know, even the secret ingredients. But you give them enough to keep the workshop running.
Okay.
The rest you just come and finalize here.
So it's up to them to go beyond and above and beyond for themselves.
I want someone to say to me, Matome, yes, I like your design, but I was thinking, how about we do this and this? Those are the kind of people I want in my team.
Okay. So far, are you having such people in your team?
Yes, I do.
Sure. This is why it's growing the way it's growing.
Yeah,
eh?
yeah.
And it's beautiful work, guys. It's beautiful work that you're doing there. Apart from all the challenges that we spoke about, do you have any other challenges in running your business?
One of the biggest challenges that I didn't mention is delivery or supply.
Okay.
Matswi braai stands is well known right now in the whole of South Africa. Thanks to the media.
Danko.
I still get a lot of inquiries from people in all the provinces. So my challenge is I can't deliver through a courier service because my braai stands are big and heavy. Therefore, it will be very expensive to deliver via a courier service. And then a lot of them, I would tell them, I'm sorting out my production issue. It's what I've mentioned earlier, that I'm very low in production. I just need to up my capacity. Then if I can get that right, then another way of distributing, I can use what do they call distributors.
Okay.
Yes. I've also got a lot of people proposing to be my distributors across all the provinces. So I will announce as soon as my production is settled, I'm gonna announce on my Facebook page and inviting all the potential distributors.
Sure.
Then we'll take it from there, because the courier service won't work.
Yeah, no. This small vents that I see delivering, they can. But also the thing will be that, now you have to deal with the returning of products because it has a scratch, a dent, and so many other things. Are you having a plan as to what's going to happen when such comes? Okay.
I do have a plan, but I can't mention it.
Sure, no. For the protection of this man's. Good.
Expanding your business is always good, man. I mean, for example, look at the footwear guy. I don't want to say the brand name, but look at the footwear guy. He has expanded from footwear, colognes, what. Don't you think maybe do you think maybe you will expand your business into selling your own firewood, matches, and so on?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
I won't mention everything, including my future plans, but I do have something coming. It's big, so people must be on the lookout.
Sure.
But the ones that I can mention, I've already built what we call a rocket stove.
Yes.
It's something that works much like a primer stove, except you don't use a paraffin or what. The only way to fuel it up is to use wood. So it's called a rocket stove. It's not my idea. It's always been there on the internet. It's just that it doesn't exist on the formal market. You won't find it in any store. But it's something that it's very interesting.
Now it's your idea, Chief. If anyone implement this, we will know they stole it from you.
Of course, anyone that formalizes
Now it's
it,
your idea,
we know
Chief.
it comes from Matthew Bryce. But now look at the time, we have to say our goodbyes to Mr. Bryce. We are happy. We are a happy people. Perhaps it's one of the one of the other projects that he will go into in the future and say, not only me, not only Bryce stands, but also you can buy meat from Matthew Bryce, King of Bryce stands in Limpopo.
I like that title.
Which one?
The King of Bryce.
Take it.
Yeah.
It's yours.
Yeah.
Take it.
Thank you.
Like the first time I saw it, I'm like, why is this guy? Why are they not giving him this title? Because he deserves it.
Yeah.
No, you really do. You built yourself to, what's the word? To own that market. A lot of people, when they're doing, your trade skill related businesses, all they do is to say, yeah, I'm trying to get you. But, with you had to put yourself out there and say, I'm not only doing the gate, but I can, I have a product on the market. What do you like gate?
I used to, but I'm not longer doing it because I've realized that there's a lot of potential in the braai stands.
Okay.
Because with the gates, I'm competing with every welder.
Sure.
So, but with my braai stands, I've got welders coming to see and asking me, how do you do this? Some of them even accusing me of having studied boiler maker.
Really?
And I will tell them, man, I'm a self-taught welder. I've never went to school for welding.
Hey.
I'm giving tips to welders, even those who went to school for welding. For me, it came all natural.
It's this guy.
So thank you for that title. I'm the King of braai stands. Did you hear it, guys?
King of Bryce stands in Limpopo.
But I want to know, man, because of course you don't do braais every day. I mean, you don't make them every day. If you're not doing them, what are you doing in your daily basis?
I'm always at the workshop during the week. But if I'm not at the workshop, I'll be sorting some paperworks. It would be something related to the business. And then during weekends, if I have stock, I'll just go in town on the streets and sell the products.
Do you go for the patinyana?
Sell or surrender?
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
I just go to the busy roads.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the road is busy, then I'll just go there on the side of the road, display my products. And some even buy on the spot. So, yeah.
Yeah. Danko, Mr. Matome Mapala, right?
King of braai.
King of
But
braai
in
stands
closing,
Limpopo.
We are in the month of youth. Message to the youth, Nyana.
Oh, yes, there we go.
My message to the youth would be very simple and straightforward. I'm going to talk in terms of career. As we know, we have a huge crisis of high rate of youth unemployment. So my advice to them is this. Please don't let your qualification limit your thoughts. Sometimes take your qualification, put it on the side, think about how to make money without your qualification.
Nuggets.
On 88.9 MHz, One Nation FM, Polokwane's only talk station.